Hello, everybody. Welcome to AC Milan TV News. My name is Bruno, and it's official. I really didn't want to make this video, but it's official. Cutrone is going to Wolves. Very disappointed. I'm sure a lot of you guys are disappointed, and I don't really understand what's going on at AC Milan right now. We need forwards, and I feel personally that there are other players that should be leaving AC Milan before Cutrone. Cutrone is a very promising player. He's a big prospect, I think. He's 21 years old. We only sold him for 18 million euros. I think in 2 3 years he's gonna be a lot worth a lot more than that. And it's just I don't know what John Paul is really thinking here. We're gonna bring some replacements, and the replacements seem to be decent. And the replacement is very exciting. But why not keep Cutrone and bring this replacement in for Andres Silva? Sell Andres Silva because Andres Silva really doesn't want to be here. He hasn't been playing. He just does not want to be here. He hasn't proven his worth. Sal de Silva. I know he had problems with Monaco. He didn't want to sign the contract because he thought they weren't paying him a lot of money. But we got to find a way to sell Andre Silva, not sell Cutrone. I think Cutrone is supposed to be part of AC Milan. He grew up here. He's been playing with the senior team for the last 2 years. He scored a lot of goals for AC Milan, especially his first year. I know last year he struggled a little bit, but last year he didn't really have that many chances. He played, like 10 minutes every game. So I think it's a really big mistake that we signed Cutrone. A very big mistake. And, you know, I think that he should be one of the four strikers that we definitely have at the club. We can have Castillejo, we can have Piontek, we can have Cutrone, and the new guy Leon coming in. We know that John Paul likes Castillejo more because we've been playing Castillejo every game in the preseason, up top with Piontek, which I find it odd because Castillejo is a little bit weak. He's very skinny, not strong enough, and he's a good player, but he should be playing behind the striker, running towards goal, not as a forward because Castillejo playing as a forward, he gets pushed around a lot, especially in Italy. He's very weak, and the defense in Italy are very tough. They're going to be pushing him around all the time. So I don't really understand. I understand he's fast, and John Paul likes him, the fast players up top, but I don't understand why he's putting Castillejo there. I really don't. Um, I felt that, Cutrone is definitely not a starter for AC Milan. He's definitely a backup player. He's a player that's going to come in 20 minutes left in the game and try to score goals for us. He's proven that he loves the club, that he bleeds the color of AC Milan, and it just boggles my mind. I don't understand how he's sold before a lot of these players that we have right now. I think that Strignich, uh, let's see here, maybe Castillejo, Borini, Rodriguez, Laxal, all these players should be sold before Cutrone. We don't have another person like Cutrone at the club, really, other than Donnarumma and Romagnoli and Calabria. Like, these players that love the club, we really don't have that. We have a lot of players that just want to be here, but not players that really fight for the club, really fight for the badge. And I thought that Cutrone was one of those players. Um, I understand, a lot of you guys understand as well, that he's not very skillful. He's very raw still, but I believe that's okay. I believe that that's not what he is. He is someone that just gonna go in and fight like Borini. A lot of people gave Borini stick, but Borini fights for every game that he plays, and Borini is not a starter. Of course, he's not. But it's good to have somebody like Borini on the bench when the other team is tired, and you're like, hey, go in there and go hard. Like Cutrone and Borini are kind of like that, the same person. They're not very skillful, but they gave everything during the game, and that's what I think we're missing out on Cutrone here. Um, I am surprised that there's no buyback clause. I'm surprised that we didn't loan him out. I understand we need the money. Uh, I don't know. It's just a weird situation. It's a weird situation, but we as fans, we gotta believe what John Paul is doing. We gotta believe that he has something in mind for the team. He is going to bring a team forward and he's going to develop the team to be a great team. And if Cutrone is a part of that team, I don't know. I think he's wrong, but hopefully he's right. I'm praying that he's right. I think Cutrone in 2 years is going to be worth a lot more than 18 million euros. I don't know what you guys think, but I think he is. I think he's going to be scoring a lot of goals in Premier League. He's going to be coming. I think he's going to be doing the same thing he was doing here, coming out of the bench and scoring goals. And he's going to prove to everybody that he can score goals just like he did here. So it is disappointing. I want to know what you guys think about that in the comment section below. But let's move on from Cutrone. Let's talk about the linked players that are coming into AC Milan. Leão and Duarte. Leão is from Lille and Duarte is from Flamengo. And Leão, he's also a promising player, very young. He looks very good. He's gonna be amazing, and he would have been very good with Cutrone, I think, as a Cutrone as backup to Piontek. Hopefully he does well. Hopefully he develops to be a very good player. I don't know if he's gonna be starting or Castillejo's gonna be starting up top. I really don't like Castillejo as a forward. I like him as a player, but not as a forward. So I don't know. He's 20 years old. It is a bit of a gamble, but he looks good, and I hope that he does well for us. Duarte, mixed feelings about him. I don't know if I like him too much because he is. I know. Listen, I know that when a new player comes in, everybody wants to like the player. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to like that player coming in. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I never seen the guy play ever in my life. He plays for Flamengo, and what I read online is that a lot of the fans were happy that he's leaving because he did not have a good season last year. That's what I read. I don't 100% think that's credible, but it is a little bit worrying that that's happening. And if he comes in, I think he's just going to be a backup to Caldara and Mosacchio. But still, he was very cheap as well. So I think he's just going to be a backup to a backup, maybe. So we'll see what happens with him. Maybe he'll blow my mind and he'll be amazing. I don't know how he plays. I don't know who he is. So hopefully he's amazing. And Correa. Correa, it looks like that move is kind of stalled now, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen because there's so many teams after Correa. And I think Correa is a very good player. He is very good. But Atletico Madrid wants 50 million euros for a player that's been sitting on the bench. Now think about that. 50 million euros, that's a lot of money for a player just sitting on the bench. I don't know. I think AC Milan is right here. I don't think they should pass 40 million euros. I think 50 million euros is way too much. I don't know what you guys think, but what I saw from Correa is that he's a good player. He can make a difference. He can definitely play well with Piontek. But is it a risk that we're going to take paying 50 million euros for a player that's been sitting on the bench for the last year? So, that's something we got to look into it. Maybe Maldini's realizing that and he doesn't want to pay that money. Maybe John Paul as well. We're going to bring Leão in, and Leão looks like a very decent player. Maybe a little bit raw as well, like Cutrone. He's a little bit raw, a little bit young. So maybe we'll bring him in, and he's going to be starting, or maybe he's going to be back up to Castillejo. From what I've seen, John Paul really likes Castillejo as a forward. So it looks like Castillejo is going to play as a forward. And the last thing I want to talk about is Suso, because Suso, it looks like he's still in the market, okay? He did a very good job playing against Benfica. I thought he was actually pretty good. He created a lot of chances for Castillejo. Not so much for Piontek, because Piontek wasn't making that many runs. But against with Castillejo, he was creating a lot of chances. So he did well against Benfica. But it looks like he's still in the market, and he might be sold. We have a big a very low market still. The market ends on September 2nd. So there's a lot going on right now, and a lot is still going to be going on. So we got to watch out for that. So if you guys are fans of Cutrone, not Cutrone, Suso, don't expect him to be here next season, but, it's a 50-50 thing, to be honest. So, But anyways, if you guys like the video, please comment in the section below. Let me know what you guys think about Cutrone, Suso, the new guy Leão, and Duarte. I think they're both okay signings. Cutrone very disappointing. Please comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think. Share the video. It does help sharing the video. Subscribe. And thanks for your time. Bye.